the leadership here for the opportunity to serve and to be here and to do what we have been able to do over the last few years. As a graduate of the system, especially the institution we're sitting at today, Go Blue Devils, it's been an honor to serve in this capacity. And then to return as a board member after graduating from Central, after benefiting personally from the system, it's been both meaningful and humbling. So obviously we all know I'm stepping away from this role with the hope of continuing to serve the people of our state in a different capacity. And so this decision, this moment is one of reflection for me. My experience on this board, to put it pretty plainly, has been an interesting one. I know I've often been a dissenting voice and sometimes the only one in the room, and I know that many of us weren't here for a lot of that in the beginning. But this board has experienced a significant amount of turnover, and frankly, for a very, very good reason. Change is hard, and change is also necessary, especially when you are entrusted with the future of a complex statewide system that serves hundreds of thousands of students and families each day. But every question that I asked as a member of this board, every challenge that I raised, every difficult conversation that I initiated, it didn't come from a place of politics, it came from a place of genuine care. My intent was always to ensure that the system works as it should for the students that it exists to serve. I didn't come here, I didn't come to this board expecting comfort or consensus. I know that I was put here to ask hard questions, to demand accountability, to push for transparency, particularly in areas related to finance and infrastructure and governance. And while the work was not always easy, and I know that there's still a lot more to be done, I'm proud of the substantive reforms and the process improvements that have been, as Bonnie that we were talking about earlier, it's just the beginning for a lot of changes coming to the system and through the good work that this board is doing. Because progress matters even when it's incremental. And I know that everyone wants to see change now, see things happen immediate, but incremental change is going to lead to the best success for this institution. As the former mayor, so weird to say former, of a city that's home to 3 institutions within the system, I came to this board with a deep first-hand understanding of both the struggles and the successes experienced by students, faculty, and staff. And as a product, I believe strongly in the value of leading with lived experience, listening to communities, understanding their realities, and most importantly, acting upon what it is that we hear. And it's my hope of anyone who serves, that when we leave a board or role or institution, that we leave it better than what we found it, and the condition that we found it. And while the system is certainly not perfect, I do believe that it is in a much stronger position today than it was when I attended my first meeting in 2022. And that's something that I hope that this board takes a lot of pride in. Marty, I just want to personally thank you also for taking my phone calls, for listening even when we disagreed. I want to thank Rich for his phone always going off in the middle of every meeting that we've ever had. Even when we disagreed, you always understood my perspective and reached out for that. I'm very grateful for your leadership, Adam, and I appreciate your professionalism and your openness. I get it, Rich. I'm going to wrap it up.
I'm sure I enjoy listening to very much as you go over some of the other things.
And just to wrap it up, to the students, the faculty, staff who work day in and day out to keep the system moving forward, I just want to say thank you. Your dedication, it doesn't go unnoticed. Your work is ultimately what defines the success of higher education in Connecticut. So to all my fellow Regents, I genuinely wish this board continued courage. I wish you continued honesty and continued commitment for doing what is right for students, for families, and for the future of our state. Leadership.
I think your glasses are ready, Rich.
Last line. Leadership in public service requires the courage to challenge the status quo and the humility to remember who we serve, and I trust this board will continue to do both. I love you all. Thank you so much, and best wishes.